Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another, don't even know what to call this video, but it's gonna be kind of like a day in the life. The sun is out, it's a beautiful day. I'm naturally gravitating towards a lot more raw food because when it's hot, I just do that. I did a raw vegan day of eating recently, which was controlled by Freely. And I noticed that when I was doing that, I mean, I really enjoyed it, but there were definitely certain things that I just, along the way, I thought, ooh, I would, for my own preferences, I would do this differently or I would do that differently. And even though I'm not a raw vegan, have no intention of being one, again, when it's hot, I gravitate more towards a high raw diet, but I just love sweet potatoes, sushi bowls, tofu, way too much to ever go raw vegan. So, I mean, never say never, but never. So yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show you a raw vegan full day of eating on my terms, you know, my rules. I don't have any rules, but just the way that I want to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna make some incredible savory concoctions later. The most beautiful raw taco salad, so stay tuned for that. And everything is going to be fucking delicious. I've said this before, but we shop for fresh produce like fruit, greens, etc., herbs, multiple times a week. Number one, because we both eat so much of it, regardless of the season. And number two, we have a tiny fridge and freezer. It's literally like that big. While we're on the subject, more. So yeah, today's vlog is gonna be full of good food, nature, some behind the scenes footage. But first things first, let's do a little grocery haul, shall we? We shall. Guys, the amount of fresh produce on this counter. We literally have no space to cook because it's always just covered with fruits and veggies galore. Anyways, right here I have got some black kale. I think it's also called, babe, what's it called? Cavallonero. I call it dino kale, I don't know. It's really delicious if you kind of just chop it up, put some lemon or lime juice, let it soften a little bit and put it in a salad bowl. Gonna be doing that later. Celery, always essential. Got some sun-dried tomatoes, which I'm just soaking in some water because I'm gonna use these later, blend these later with some walnuts to make some raw taco meat. Taco meat. We're not onto the sweet stuff yet, but I just have to show you these first because you have no idea how excited I get about these dates. I keep telling you about them. You need to find them. They're called Zamli dates and they really do just melt in your mouth like pure caramel. I've got a couple of raw nut butters which I'm really excited about. They're actually dehydrated. I showed you the cashew one in my last full day of eating. I reviewed it. This is the pistachio nut butter. Can't wait to crack into that later. When I say crack into it later, I may or may not do a nut butter review in this video because I don't know why. I probably will. I definitely will. Also picked up some of their raw almond butter. Here I've got some organic sprouted lentils and alfalfa sprouts and I don't know, some other kind of sprouts. Sprouts are literally one of the healthiest, nutrient dense, nutrient packed foods in the whole world. Big bag of raw walnuts. I've got some flax crackers. These are pretty luxury and pretty expensive as well, but I just fucking love them and can't stop buying them. Got some shrooms, once again, the edible kind, unfortunately. Cherry tomatoes, some black grapes, creamy Hass avocados, of course. Don't ever go a day without eating at least a couple of these. Ginger, which I use for smoothies, juices, salad dressings, sauces, all of that kind of stuff. Some locally grown straws. Really can't wait for strawberry season to be in full bloom and then I can go and pick them by my house and eat them without paying for them. What? Got some of these beautiful Altalfo mangoes. They are very, very soft and ripe. And when you get a good one, guys, when you get a good one of these, lots and lots of persimmon. This variety is actually called Sharon fruit. Got lots of golden kiwis. These are my absolute new obsession. Always eat a massive bowl of them every single day. One big zucchini. I don't know why I bought one. What the fuck can you do with one? Because I did want to make some kind of zoodle thing later with a creamy sauce. Might have to go out and buy some more. Don't know what I was thinking there. And of course, the most exciting part, my watermelon stash. All of these sound so perfectly ripe and sweet. Did you hear that hollow sound? I think this was a good one. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that cracked. It's refreshing, but it's not that sweet. That's kind of the way my days go at the moment. Like, I start with sweet fruit, and then I just eat as much as I care for until I'm ready for savory and like higher protein, higher fat. Anyways, cheers. Look at the color of that flesh. I know it looks like a big platter, and it is, but I eat a lot of fruit. What do you want me to say? Beautiful. Good straw. So this is breakfast part 2. I've got some mangoes. I've got 4 of those mangoes and the locally grown straws. Let me know down below if you guys agree, but there is something special about eating fruit in the sun naked. It just takes the experience to a whole, it just takes the whole experience to a different level. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go strip off and eat these in the sun with Jill. I say with Jill. She'll be lucky if she gets 1 straw, because they're that good. Baby, I bought you some fruit. The mangoes are actually really good. So good. Yeah, so good.
No.
Sweet, huh?
So sweet. Literally pure sunshine in a fruit, right?
Guys, you have no idea what this means to us. We've had how many weeks of shit weather? 3, 4, 5. This is the first day that the sun has been out properly since
I got back from Germany.
Since you got back from Germany?
Like 2 weeks ago.
The sun on my skin. The rays, I can't even tell you. Oh my god, it's still recording. Frozen bananas, frozen bloobs, a few tablespoons of hemp seeds, some beautiful raw cashew butter. This is the cashew butter that I reviewed, I think, in my last video, and it's incredible. 1 scoop of Madagascan vanilla, raw vegan protein powder from Vivo Life, and a little splash of oat milk. Look at that thick, creamy texture. I'm having a pretty basic, but absolutely bloody delicious bowl of nice cream. Would you look at that texture, guys? So this is probably the end of my sweet stuff for the day. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, that is such a lie. I've got bare sweet stuff planned for later. Usually when I make nice cream, I try and make it look all presentable and stuff, and this just looks like a bowl of slop. This is like the typical way of making nice cream for me. So I think I had about 4 frozen bananas, cup of frozen blueberries, couple tablespoons of hemp seeds, which really bumps up the omega-3s and makes it really just like filling and satiating, blob of cashew butter, and then a scoop of the raw vegan protein powder, the Madagascan vanilla flavor from Vivo Life. Hold on. Again, the salted caramel one is my jam. I have it literally every single day. But in a simple mix like this, especially with the cashew butter, and that cashew butter I put in, I reviewed it again in my last video, and it literally tastes of white chocolate. It's like the most, I can't even explain it. Anyways, I'm gonna go waft this down, and I'll see you when it's time to eat something savory. Cheers. We just got back from a beautiful walk in the sun. I'm coming alive again that the sun is back, if you can't tell. We stopped at this place to take a few photos. I always find the weirdest places to take photos for Instagram and stuff. And usually it's run down, abandoned houses, graffiti places where people go and take crap. But on our walk today, we found the weirdest place. It was like this huge thing of crates, and it was just like the perfect photo spot. So I stripped off as per usual, took a few shots. Now I'm gonna make a taco salad because I'm really craving something savory and more hearty, that kind of thing. The recipe I'm using for raw taco meat, even though it's probably nothing like raw taco meat, but let's face it, it's probably gonna taste good in its own right because it's based on sun-dried tomatoes, so can't really go wrong. This recipe I found from Minimalist Baker. She's absolutely incredible. I have changed it. I was gonna say I've changed it a bit. I've completely changed it. But the original idea came from her. The best news is you probably were thinking, what was I gonna do without my liquid gold? Because obviously it's not raw. But, guys, this is what I wanted to tell you about. So I know that liquid gold was previously not raw, but we've just, as you can see on the label, we've just come out with our raw version. As you can see right there, it says raw on the package. And also proof that this is real, it also says FDA approved on there. So I guess I'm allowed this. See, I was gonna make a nut-based dressing, but now I guess it's getting drizzled with this. They came through at just the right time, because do you know what, guys? Do you actually know what yet? Most raw tahinis are just overpriced, thick, clay-like sludge is the only way I can describe it. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. Starting with a huge bowl of greens. In here I've got lots of arugula and then some of that black kale, which has tenderized beautifully with the lime juice. And now we're gonna go toppings galore. So apparently you want this kind of gritty like sand. Then we're gonna blend the other ingredients together, which is the sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, some spices, and then we add this back in and we have taco meat. All right, in go the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna put 5 cloves of garlic. I love myself some garlic. Sweet smoked paprika to be exact, a lot of salt. The recipe actually called for coconut sugar, which I don't have. So I'm gonna put in a couple of dates. I feel like that will add not only some beautiful sweetness, but also more goodness. And it might make this stick together, you know? Mesh together a bit better. All right, we're gonna add some of the walnuts back in. I think this is what you do. Give it a good pulse, and then we should have the final result. I've made enough servings for about 7 people, but I don't know, I guess this can stay in the fridge. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually very impressed with this texture and the flavor. The flavor is incredible. Would you look at that? Beautiful. At the bottom I've got a big bed of fresh rocket, arugula, the kale which I marinated in the lime juice and it's quite nice and soft now. These alfalfa sprouts, and I think they're purple pea shoots as well. Could be wrong, but I think that's what they are. Some of the sprouted lentils, pickled red sauerkraut, cherry tomatoes. This is some pickled onion. I got it from my local vegan kind of deli place. I've got a whole large, I pushed it down quite far, creamy Haas avocado, which I've drizzled with a little bit of sriracha and liquid gold. And then the best part is the taco meat, which I have to say is absolutely fucking delicious. Oh, and I've got a couple of the raw flax crackers as well, just for scooping up the guac, even though it's not really guac, but you know what I mean. Cheers. The flavors in simple food done well amazes me every time. Oh, don't know if I mentioned, I also have the sprouted lentils in there. For me, greens and things like avocados as well, so satisfying, and I really crave them. And they serve me well. They're very nutrient dense food, so I definitely recommend that you eat a lot of color, a lot of variety, a lot of greens, not just on a raw vegan diet, but on any healthy diet, you know? Cheers. Big lake, well, not by my standards, a little lake of raw liquid gold. I'm gonna add more as I go through the layers, but you already knew that. We are just heading out for a little evening picnic because, I don't know why, the day is just so beautiful and we just want to be outside. So we're taking some green juice, which I was gonna say I made it. We're taking some green juice, which my girlfriend makes. I always tell you this, I love green juice, but I just can't be fucked to clean the juicer. And I've got a couple of raw vegan treats, like desserts, which I picked up from my, what is it called? I picked up from a local vegan restaurant this morning. They make the best raw vegan desserts. So yeah, we're gonna chill, lap up some more sunshine, and then we'll come back for a savory dinner. So, and yes, I have just put this white t-shirt back on because it's already dirty and covered in fruit from this morning. So I thought, why not get it more fucked up? Do you know what I'm saying? What's in the green juice, babe? Do you want to explain?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Parsley. Dark kale. Cucumber. Celery. Ginger. Lime. Celery.
There we have some of this dark, pungent green juice, some Sharon fruit, some of these beautifully soft, perfectly ripe, golden kiwis. Got a big container of locally grown berries. We are just going hardcore on the berries. Jam on the berries. No pun intended. We're also taking some more watermelon. I know I had some this morning, but do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, it just wasn't satisfying. It wasn't sweet. I'm a bit pissed off and I need a good one, so yeah. We got lost, so we turned around and it's giving me Blair Witch Project vibes. About to freak out. Just want to sit down. Guys, seriously, the nature here, I always complain about living in the UK, but in the summer, with this, when there's so much greenery and the berries are sprouting and there's like that smell in the air. How would you describe that smell? It's a really special smell. It's like the smell of life. Yeah. A bit cheesy, but kind of, right?
Yeah, fertility.
Fertility, yeah. What are you trying to say, babe?
Thank you.
Thank you, you too. People are so kind around here. Just like giving us directions.
Allowing us to park. Allowing
us to park in places we shouldn't. Not reporting us for smoking marijuana. What's the verdict on the juice, babe? Beautiful?
Divine.
Perfect amount of pineapple. And Jean-Jay. That means like, if she's saying not bad, it means like 5 out of 10. By my standards, 5 out of 10, because I've definitely got higher fruit standards than you.
Fruit snob.
Fruit snob. Usually I'm not the biggest straw person, but I don't know, this year, every day, just straws. I know these Sharon fruit don't look that ripe, and they're not, but they're still incredibly sweet. Crack. So juicy. Oh, these ones are so soft. I'm so specific about the way I cut my kiwi. It has to be like perfect segments. Cheers. So sweet, huh?
So sweet.
It's literally like the sweetest kiwi I've ever had. Do you agree?
These golden ones are so amazing.
They're so much better than the green ones.
Are you still filming?
No.
Oh, you are?
What?
Yeah.
6 kiwis down the chute. I think I mentioned earlier that I went to my favourite vegan cafe called the Veg Box in Canterbury this morning. They make the best, like the best raw vegan desserts. So I picked up their carrot cake and what was the other one I got? Caramel Millionaire shortbread slice. This is their raw carrot cake. I don't know what the base is made of, but I'm pretty sure the top is a cashew cream. Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. This is their raw millionaire shortbread slice. You know what, guys? I reckon this is going to be a banger. Anyways, I'll see you at dinner. Alright guys, today we are reviewing the same brand that I reviewed last time. I think I showed you this earlier in the video. Anyway, either way, it's a raw... Right, the thing is I keep calling it raw. It's not actually technically raw, as in it doesn't say raw on it, but the nuts are dehydrated, which makes them raw. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, this is raw pistachio nut butter by this new brand that I found a couple weeks back called Cape. Their cashew butter tasted like white chocolate. It was 10 out of 10. It was the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. Like, it was up there anyway. I haven't had pistachio butter in a very long time. You can't get a good one in the UK that I know of. I mean, maybe now you can. But I love myself some pistachio nuts, so let's see, shall we? Let's see. Ooh, smells really fresh. I'm not sponsored, but I just love to promote good companies. Anyway, is this good? We shall find out. Cheers. Ooh. That's very strong.
Oh yeah, it's very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah, but it's a very, very pure pistachio taste.
Oh yeah, based on like it being a good, clean, clean product, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because yeah, it's fresh as fuck. I'm gonna put a bit on a date and see if it does indeed taste like halva, because halva is quite often made with pistachios. So, cheers. Yeah, it does. I just went from a 2 to a 10. Guys, the flavor, yes, I am putting my finger in because it's only me and Jill eating it, but mate, the flavor, and it's creamy as fuck, and the flavor, and I'm gonna add some fresh dill as well.